Hi everyone, I'm Becky. I don't know how to use this pen, so sure I just stay here. Thank you. Today I'm really appreciate that you invited me to be here. And I'm going to share my cloud project with you, an opportunity to learn English and also an opportunity to learn about the words. And my cloud partner Becca and Michelle over there. Say hi to everyone. And I'm really glad to attend this program because it's really a motivation for my students because they don't have any kind of opportunity to speak foreigners. So that's why I'm really glad that I joined this program. And I'm gonna make it really quick because we got a lot of teachers here. So the first one, I'm gonna show you some strategy. The narrative input chart. Have you ever heard about this one before? No, right? It's a GLASS strategy. GLASS stands for Guided Language Acquisition Design. And this strategy aims to the higher level thinking and also academic language and cross-cultural skills. So there are 5 steps you can adapt. The first one, you can choose a concept or vocabulary that you would like to present via the narrative input chart. For example, you can choose Christmas or Thanksgiving or Halloween. And then you consider adapting a story that already exists by embedding standard-based concept and vocabulary. So you can choose some high-level vocabulary you want to teach, and then you can make some cards or pictures. While you're telling them the story, you can stick the card on the posters. And then after that, it's the turn to let the student to try. So while the teachers is talking about the story, and the student, they listen to some keywords and they will go to the front and stick the card on the poster. So that is the strategy. And well, it helps the student to learn the stories because there are some very difficult stories. It's hard to convey. So you can try this strategy to let the student to learn the story, and it also helps the student to comprehend the concept. Also, it helps the student to work in pairs because you're gonna give them the card and the picture. If some students there are like lower learner, you might have the other higher learner student to help them to work together. And then I think this one is the best one to help students to visualize the meaning because sometimes I think all of our, we are the English teachers, we face some problem is that when you talk about some difficult word and students sitting there and their eyes are, what are you talking about? So it's really hard to convey a difficult concept to your student. And therefore try to use some pictures visualizing word. So that is really good. And so this is the poster I made. And then we stick all the cards on the poster. So I will quickly show you the video. No! So they are listening at the same time and discuss with the classmates together. It's kind of a mess. And then you can give them like many times practice. So I speak the first time, and then second time, I give them the card and let them to listen, but they don't need to stick the card on the poster. And then finally, is the third time. So some students are helping each other to stick the cards on the poster. This story is talking about Thanksgiving, the story of Thanksgiving. Okay, so let's move on. Now I'm going to share my reflection on the cloud lesson. Where are we? We are in Taoyuan district, Taoyuan city in Taiwan, and our school is very close to Taiwan Taoyuan International Airport, just a wall beside our school. And who are we? We are 4th grade students. Essentially, we got 12 students, but some of them then transferred to the other school, so we only got 9 students right now. And then when did we start to do the cloud lesson? We started from May 2018 to next year, January. And what did we do? We did a cloud lesson. And how do we do that? We just try any kind of possibility. So now I'm gonna share some of the strategy with you. I'm gonna be very quick because I know a lot of teachers, they have many good ideas. So I just show you quickly the pictures. The first one is class strategy. We use the T-graph, and we also use the learning logs, trying to integrate the students' idea, like combining speaking, listening and writing, and reading together. And the observation chart, this one aims to enhance students' reading skills. And then narrative input chart, and also some of the classroom language rules. Like, for example, teacher says, follow me, and you need to say, all right. And then teacher says, look at me, you need to say, look at you. So it's really simple to control your students. And then SIOP guideline. SIOP stands for sheltered instruction, observation, protocol, is that right? Right. Right, so it's kind of a guideline you need to follow. And then this one tells us that you need to teach English in English. So only English in your class. But you can allow your students to respond in Chinese, it's fine. But you need to kind of force yourself to speak in English. And then modeling, you need to modeling with the club partner together to let your students to understand. And then you can do some comprehensible input, like you can do a card sorting to let the student to try to test them whether they understand the lesson or not. And then we also apply some digital learning, such as we use Zoom to do the club lessons. And in my class, I use the Vivo Classroom. I think this is a kind of immediate feedback things you can try to use in your class. And then Kahoot as well. It's very simple and it's free and it's easy to use. And then Creeper 3D is a kind of augmented reality app. You can download this app and you can print out the paper and you can let the student to draw the picture on that. So you use the app as to scan and then the item will show up to be like a real item. So yeah. And the final one is speaking to kids. We try a lot of reality to connect it to their daily life. And we use Tableau to develop their body. And then we tried role play because students, they really love doing this kind of stuff. And then we also use this one, the fidget spinner. It's really popular and students, they love to play that one. And also the word cafe and the human scatter plot. So the first one we did is in May and June. We did the introduction and my school. And then in September, we did the Bloom Festival and occupation. Then in October, we did the Halloween and colors. This one, colors, we used the Chinese Halloween to show the colors to the students. And then November, we did the Thanksgiving and food. And then finally, December, we did the Christmas and Kahoot. So I'm going to show you a very quick video for you. Sticking to my reflection, I'm really thankful for my students, my club partners, and also my school colleagues. There's one purpose is that if you want to do something, there's like, if you really want to try to do a thing, and then the universe, they will come to help you. So my colleagues, my students, and also my club partners, they help me a lot. We kind of cooperate with each other, and we discuss with each other. So I really have a lot of grateful heart for them. And then finally, teacher Becca came to Taiwan, so we did a lot of activities such as science, Mandarin, PE class, and also we went to a night market since we have the theme night market. So, and also we do the croquet and the basketball, music as well. And we had got them to write a calligraphy, join the dance club, the taekwondo club, and make the cake together. And we also have a characteristic curriculum. Since our school, we have like, we want our students to be like, if you, when you grow up, you can be the flight attendant. So we invite teacher Becca to join this kind of activity with us. So yes, sticking to my teacher inquiry project, I'm mainly focusing on the grouping. And in my class, 70% of students, they are higher achiever, but there's a lot of students, they don't have patience to learn English. But during the club project, I knew that, well, you never know if you never try to work a step forward. Every small success makes huge difference. So I give my students a lot of opportunity to try any possibilities, such as transferable skills and speaking cooperation. Also, tell them to respect and tolerance others. So yeah, students before they are laid off speaking, writing, reading, and just they don't want to speak English, but now they feel very confident to speak English, and they are able to talk to the foreigners. So I feel very happy to join this program, and my students, they even made a thankful card to teacher Becca by themselves. So yeah, I remember when I went to America, we went to a school. I don't remember is that in the Summerland school or the other elementary school. I saw a sign. It says that every day may not be good, but there is something good in every day. So this is the sign I want to share with you, and I hope you enjoy your presentation. Thank you.
The next one is Michelle from 桃园内海国小。
Here's three keywords here. We are near an industry area, and we have a multiple multicultural, and we have a bird watching course in our school. So here's everything about birds. We have a joke that we are a bird teacher from bird school. Okay, industry area here. The red circle is for industry area, and the purple circle is airport, the National桃园Airport here. It should be this big. And then 63% of the our student parents, 63 of them are laborers and workers who work for a factory in this area. And we have political culture. We have 5% of students they are Aboriginal, and 35% of students they are foreign-born Taiwanese, including Thailand, Cambodia, Vietnam, Philippines, and Indonesia. And the others are Hakka, Thousand Min. And these are birds in our school. Here, this is the swallow nest have several, but it's not a season right now. And the background of my students, there are 60 students in my school, so it's quite big here in this project. And the environment in my school, just like there are a lack of environment of speaking the language, speaking English. So English really doesn't mean anything to them. And the reason I choose this class is because they are shy to speak. They are active, but very shy in English class. I don't know why. I think because they are afraid of making mistakes and they're worried about their accent. They have a really strong Taiwanese accent, like umbrella, like this. And I'm going to introduce the activity in my class. Oh, the pictorial input chart. We learned the stage of liberty in WW. And the drawings is done by teachers. And here's some pictures and words. We need to introduce this to students. And after the introduction, we have to read some key points here together. And we mentioned about some keywords. Students have to come up to pass the pictures and the words here. We learned it from company. She's cute. And then we practice this with the Korean students in the other program. Yeah, these are my partners. Okay, and I did it. I did a pictorial input chart in my school because we have a watching course, so I just draw a Japanese white eye here and introduce their white breast and the, oh, it's not clear here, and the green feathers, and its eyes are surrounded by white circle. And then we have the introduction for the Japanese white-eyed. So when I read through some keywords, the students have to put a picture and words on that word in the hallway, on the hallway. And then this is not the part of pictorial input chart. My students, we just do that kind of review of parts of birds. The eyes, body, and feathers like this. And they also write a point.
Blackbird, what do you see? I see my other body, wow.
Do you mind I just play this like this direction? Or I can show you the original one.
Blackbird, what do you see? I see my other body, wow, pretty ugly.
Wow, pretty ugly. This is what the student write for his bird. It's really, yeah, pretty ugly. Okay. Oh, wait. I'm going to talking about my inquiry project. Okay. Speaking is indispensable when learning a language. But my students, they are shy to speak. So I just come up with some ideas like would cloud lesson improve my students' English speaking, and also another idea teaching English in English. And here's some my concepts. Will I catch up school timetable, and will they understand what I'm saying? And this is the first class we did the cloud lesson with teacher Becca, and the students they feel it is really interesting, but None of them just speak English. They kept listening, but they don't speak. And I just asked them, why don't you speak? They say, because I'm afraid of making mistake. Because I'm nervous. Because I don't know how to say it. So they don't speak. At first, they don't speak. But they feel very interesting to have a video conference with a foreigner. And the second idea I came up with is teaching English in English. So I made the students to make some English question cards to remind them. You can ask me what does it mean and what's that, how to spell the word, how to say it in English. And then you can ask me these questions to make our English class know Chinese. And we have crossword English here, like wonderful, or look at me. But then I found I can't catch up the school timetable. I'm the director of academic affairs this year. And the students are quite busy. They have to go to drama competition. They have to play they have to play the instruments. And then, a drum. And they have to go to the dodgeball game competition. And then they have to go to draw birds anytime. So somebody just tell me, and I asked them, will you speak English in the English class if I just use English? And they say, no, because I don't know what's your meaning. I don't know the meaning of the words. And somebody just say, no, I don't understand. Will you please catch a word that I don't know into Chinese? And this really makes me worried. So, and then someone gave me a hint to solve the problem.
Okay, what is it? What's this? Oh, it's an ant. Very good. It's an ant. And what's this? Oh, it's a hat. Very good. It's a hat. And then Sylvia, what's this?
It's a duck.
It's a duck. Very good. And then it's a guozi. Very good.
Okay, it's a 果汁. At first, I just, what is a 果汁? It should be it's a bottle of juice or it's juice. And he says it's a 果汁, Chinese juice. And it just, I think I got a hint here. The kid is he's now grade 2, and he is not afraid of speaking English. And all the things he knows is the sentence pattern is something. And he doesn't, despite he does not know the words 果汁, he still says, it's a 果汁. So, and the students from my main students in this project gave me the survey that would you please change some words into Chinese. So I think this might be a solving to the problem, since I just put some scaffolding here. So originally they are here, and then they go up to be here. So in my class now, they can say, they don't have to say, teacher, I want to sharpen my pencil. They can say, teacher, I want to shell my pencil. I'm going to share about my cloud lessons here. And we do a production and festival all the way to Stephen and Becky. Here I have a video. Taiwan. Yeah.
One, two, three, 4, 5.
Wow! Iris drew a lot of
up. So should I go now? Oh, really? So I'm going to take Becca's time to finish this video. Okay. Thank you for everything here. Thank you for MOE-NTNU. Thank you for my partner, Becky and Becca. And thank you, Becca, for non-stopping whole days. Thank you.
Thank you, Michelle. And our next lecturer is Becca.
Can you hear me? Okay. So these are my two schools. This one is Becky's school, Chenkang, and Neihai Elementary School. So I'll show you. I'm just going to show you some pictures. This is our first cloud lesson here, and from the very beginning, it was a little bit, I would say, a little bit difficult because the students were very shy, and when the teachers tried to use English, they had a hard time with it. So, based on conversations I had with my partners this summer, one of their big goals was to learn or to use English as much as possible in the classroom. And so throughout the lessons, I found that the students were using it more and they were understanding it more. And I could tell that my partners were using it all the time because the students were actually interacting with the teachers in English. And so I could tell that my partners worked very hard to use English as much as possible. So that was really cool to see their transformation throughout the fall. And they loved my animals. That was like the highlight for them through the cloud project, the cloud lessons, I think. So that was fun to share my animals with them. And in the summer, my cloud partners came to Bellingham, and this was just a really memorable experience. And we just spent a lot of time together and ate a lot of food, and we just had a great time learning about each other's cultures and learning about the education system here versus the United States. And yeah, it was just a really wonderful experience with all of you too. And so finally, I came to Taiwan, and this was our first day, and we got a lot. We saw a lot, and we ate a lot, and it was a really great introduction to Taiwan. And so these are some of the school highlights. This was my little buddy, Elaine. She followed me everywhere, and she tried so hard to say everything in English, but she couldn't, but she tried all the time. And yeah, we just had a great time together. And this is actually me learning Chinese, and so she was my assistant. She was teaching me how to write Chinese, and she was reading to me in Chinese. And this is a science class, and this was, I think, social studies. PE class. They all seemed very surprised that I could do like throw a ball. But we had a good time, and so we would learn while I was doing these activities with them. I would learn the Chinese words, and they would practice the English words. So yeah, it was a wonderful way to learn from each other. Their calligraphy. I went to a Taekwondo class, and this is their sweet little thank you book they made for me. And yeah, I think this was and these were fourth graders. I think this is our last Christmas class. And so then I went to Michelle's class, and these were, I did some activities with the little ones here. We learned about right side, left side, and kind of did a hokey pokey game. And then these are first graders, right? They performed for me, and they seemed very proud, and it was very cute. And then I worked with a 6th grade class and a 5th grade class with Michelle, and so it was kind of cool to see the differences in their levels and their confidence levels too. But I think throughout my time there, they just increasingly became more confident and more interested to talk to me. And they would, I would be walking around, and they would, sneak up behind me and say hello, and then they would really try to initiate conversation. So that was really promising to me, and that was my hope this whole time, that they would try, and they did. So, and then I have some very special memories. So we did a lesson on the night market, and so Becky was able to organize a night market event, and all of the kids' parents came, and they had missions, so they had to ask me, would you like some? So this was made with bubble tea, and I had stinky tofu and chicken, and yeah, it was just a really great experience. And then we did the flight experience where I was the passenger, and they had to serve me drinks, and that was really great. And then at Michelle's school, I got to go to 2 restaurants with 2 of her students. This is Andy's parents' restaurant and Sean's grandma's fried chicken stand, and she was just a wonderful woman and very happy that we came, and that, you know, she was very appreciative of his teachers. So, and then they did the game show for me, and this was like, I could tell that they spent weeks on this, and it was very special. It was a special way to kind of go out, and all of the kids had special missions, and they had to do things in English, and then we, you know, played basketball together, and they had to teach me things, and yeah, it was great. These are just some pictures of that. Oh, and they made me a guide, a foreigner's guide to the night market. So, and then the last day, yesterday, they had a dodgeball competition, and they won. So they said that I was their good luck charm. So I want to say thank you to my teachers, or to my class partners in MOE-NTNU, and everyone else in this project. My hope was that the kids would come away very excited to learn, and you know, I'm a big believer in lifelong learning, and so I hope that this sparks something in the kids to continue being curious and to continue learning, and I hope that we accomplished some of that. So thank you.